Aloha, I'm Chris Berman, and coming up on ESPN, he slipped to the 10th pick in the 2003 NFL Draft, but Terrell Suggs had the last laugh, capturing Defensive Rookie of the Year honors. We'll check up on him here in season number 2. New York Giants, Baltimore Ravens, straight ahead. Season number.
While the teams are out on the field getting loose, the fans are filing in and finding their seats for the game. Welcome to M&T Bank Stadium. I'm Dan Stevens. Covering today's game with me is my buddy Peter O'Keefe. Peter, there is an air of desperation here that you can just feel.
Well, that happens when a team is facing elimination from the playoffs. No, this game is a must-win. I expect them to play their hearts out today, and it should make for one heck of an exciting game.
And now let's go down to the coin toss. Set. Stover kicks it off to begin the game. Joyce decides to take it out of the end zone. Dragged down at the 21.
Delvin Joyce took it out of the end.
Baxter hammers the receiver and forces him to drop the ball. Incomplete.
Pass interference, number 28, defense.
Barber chews up 9 yards, and that brings up second down. Bain will get the carry on second down and picks up the first down. Manning really rifles this pass, and it's complete at the 41. Finally dropped at the 20. First down. Hilliard catches it left sideline, and that's a touchdown.
Ike Hilliard had 3 guys covering him, but look what happens. Incredible catch.
Peter, he gets the touchdown, and there is... Bowler gets some air under this pass. It is complete at the 45. Chased down at the 46. Lewis gets the call on second down and moves forward for 7. Taylor hauls in the lob right side, and he will be short. Rips him down in the backfield, and that will force a turnover on downs. Are out in front, 7-0. Toomer reels in the football, and they get the first on. Toomer grabs the fastball over the middle and gets past the markers for a first down. Suggs sacks him way back at the 20. Manning fires this one over the middle, and it's not reeled in.
Down, Dan. And when you don't convert, it really hurts.
Bryant kicks from 37 yards out, and it's through the uprights.
That's what I'm talking about, baby. We're bringing it. I'm bringing it.
Lewis gets the call on first down and heads upfield. Tackled, and the clock will continue to run. Johnson catches the heater left sideline and tries to get free, and touchdown.
Touchdown, Ravens.
Kevin Johnson is going to make the catch. Right there, but that's only the beginning. Look at him chew up the yardage.
That touchdown will bring them within striking distance. Manning throws a high, long one to the right, and the catch is made well past the markers. One man to beat. No one in front of him, and he's in for the touchdown.
Touchdown, Ravens.
Peter Boulware picks off the ball, and he's going all the way. Nobody can stop him. Man, I hope his mom's got the VCR going.
They take the lead on that touch. Bristol for the ESPN halftime report. Boomer?
All right, Dan, interesting game at the half. We'll get back to you guys in a bit. First, we welcome everybody to our ESPN halftime report. I'm Chris Berman. Now we'll look at our halftime numbers and look at the difference in time of possession. The Giants should be way ahead on the scoreboard, but somehow they've let their opponent hang with them. Let's see if they can change things in the second half. Let's get started in this one early in the first quarter. Jeremy Shockey found a soft spot on the defense and it worked to his advantage. A 38-yard play that set up a Giant touchdown. The Giants strike first and go up by 7. Ravens midway through the first, Kyle Bowler connected with his man on this one. Giants later on in the second quarter, Giants ahead by 7. Eli Manning would find his target on this one. They move ahead by 10. Ravens late in the second quarter, Kevin Johnson emerged as a real weapon as he pulled one in here. A 61-yard touchdown for the Ravens. Ravens back 10-7. Peter Boulware was able to step in front of this pass and pick one off, but he wasn't done there. Touchdown for the Ravens. The Ravens grab the lead again and go up by 4. The Giants, after getting an interception, ball at their own 9. Eli Manning is going to get this one out to his wide receiver, and he'll do the rest. And that's where we'll leave this one. Ravens are holding on to a lead, 14-10. Now let's check out the undisputed halftime hero of the first half. Kevin Johnson has played like a man possessed. And now let's
Taylor makes a tough catch and picks up 4 on the play.
Travis.
Bowler fires this one over the middle, and the reception is made past the markers.
Receivers willing to go over the middle and sacrifice the body to make the catch.
Lewis gains 5 on the play, and that will bring up Emmons tackles him behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be Manning fires this one over the middle, and the reception is made past the markers for a... No dice, and it falls incomplete. 4th down coming up.
Great battle down there, Dan. This time, the D won. Oh, let's watch this. 5 wide out versus a D that is wisely loaded up on DBs.
Johnson grabs the rope right side. Heap makes the catch out to the left and is at the 50. Gets out at the 49. See if they can pull it off. Johnson goes in motion. Lewis picks up a yard on the play. Johnson catches the bullet out left, and they get the first on 3rd and long. Lewis gains 5 on the play, and that will bring up 3rd down. Bowler fires this one over the middle, and they convert on 3rd down. Lewis will get the handoff and heads out right. Breaks free, eventually shoved out at the 4. It'll be Lewis has his number called on 2nd down and runs into traffic. Lewis cruises out to the left.
This is a nice run here. And when you watch the replay, Dan, check out his field vision. Great job of finding
territory with the clock at 1:54. Brought down at the 40. Lewis is at the 25, runs out. Lewis gets the toss and passes the line. Tackled, and the clock will continue to run. Lewis dodges this one way out right and gets the 1st and more. Touchdown!
Nice gain on this baby. Look at him eat up the yardage here.
That was his second rushing touchdown of the day. Not a bad. The Ravens come out on top 28-10. For my partner, Peter O'Keefe, this is Dan Stevens saying goodbye until next time.
Good job, baby. Good job. Okay, man. Good to see you, though. That's all right now.
All right, Dan, thank you. So this one is in the books as we welcome you all to our ESPN Video Games post-game show. I'm Chris Berman. The Ravens stepped it up for sure, putting up some good numbers. A slow start to the half, but things get heated up midway through the fourth. Jamal Lewis got the carry here, and he was able to break through. A 1-yard touchdown for the Ravens. The Ravens move ahead by 11. The Giants on defense, Gary Baxter is reading the quarterback's eyes all the way as he's able to get his hands on this one and pick it off. The Ravens, after getting an interception, Ravens winning by 11. Jamal Lewis would get the carry here. Good blocking up front. It helped to spring him. They've opened it up now and now lead by 18. The Giants on D, Ed Reed was in the right place at the right time, as his interception was a possible momentum shifter. And that's where we'll leave this one. Ravens come away with a win, 28-10. Now let's talk to a player who was instrumental in their dominant running game and is our player of the game. Jamal Lewis is standing by with Susie Colbert. Suze?
Thanks, Chris. You gave an outstanding effort, and your team bulldozed to a runaway victory. What gave you guys the edge today?
Yeah, you know, from the moment I stepped on the field, man, no one was stopping me. I felt I could win this game for us, and that's what I did.
Chris, back to you.
Well, that just about...
This is SportsCenter.
I'm Chris Berman. Let's get straight to the action. In our first game this week, we had the Jaguars win this one to the tune of 13 points. The Steelers lost this one and will now fall to second place in the AFC North. Steve Smith played well despite the loss and showed us why he's ranked up at the top of the league. We had an interesting free agency pickup of note here. Trey's got the lowdown for us. Trey?
This guy is going to find himself with a new club, and he'll be in a new tax bracket, too. 3 years, $1.7 million.
Giants, Ravens. Kevin Johnson came up with a big play as he was able to pull this one in. The Ravens go on to win this by the final score of 28-10. Down in the deep south of Atlanta, we had the Falcons stroll away with a 14-point win. In a long-standing AFC rivalry, we had the Texans pick up their third win of the season. Jeff Garcia threw for over 200 yards and helped his Browns beat the Bills. Chiefs, Titans. His Browns, Dexter McCleon is on an island sometimes, but if you leap like that and with his size, only the quarterback can get him. Does he have the wheels? No way, Jose. Touchdown, 65 yards. The Chiefs win this one by the final score of 40-28. Over in Raljean, Maryland, we had the Redskins losing by 13. We had a big injury in this one, and Trey has the lowdown for us. Trey?
All right, Boomer, thanks. In front of you, we've got the AFC Infirmary Report. And as you can see, they were hit hard this week. Albert Hainsworth is probably the one that most leaps out at you. He's suffering from a stress fracture in his foot, and he'll be out for the rest of the season. In front of you, we've got the NFC list. And as you can see, they could form their own mash unit. Clinton Portis won't see action for a while, so this offense is going to have to make do without him. The team doctors have reported a pulled hamstring, and he'll be out for the rest of the regular season. There's a chance, however, they'll get him back for the playoffs. On to the serious news of the week. Brenson Buckner is done for the year as he'll watch the rest of the season from the sidelines, and they'll be scrambling now to find someone that can fill his shoes. Now we'll move on to our top story of the day. LeVar Arrington is going to find himself on the shelf, and that will be a major blow to his team. So that'll do it for now. Chris, let's send it back to you.
The Bengals got 300-plus yards from their offense in their victory at Gillette Stadium. Seahawks, Vikings at Gillette. Matt Hasselbeck calls the signals at the 24-yard line. And a quick rollout. Boy, he has some time. What a bullet! Touchdown! The Seahawks win this one by the final score of 24-21. The Broncos won at home, but will take to the road next week to meet the Chiefs. The Lions lost this one, but will stay at number 1 in the NFC North. Lucky Bucky Jones stepped it up this week and gave his team some added firepower for the win. Buccaneers, Chargers. His team, Michael Clayton, is probably thinking end zone even though it's at the 24-yard line. They need just a little bit for the first down. Aha! There he goes down the sideline. One-handed grab for 6. The Buccaneers go on to win this by the final score of 23-17. And in our final game, we had the Cardinals come away victorious.
All right, Chris, thanks. Time to check out our playoff races now as December is officially upon us. Let's start it out with a look at the AFC. Meanwhile, let's take a look at how things stand over in the NFC. So there you have it. Still plenty of intrigue left in this NFL season as the homestretch madness is only just beginning. And that'll do it from here. Chris, let's send it back over to you.
That'll do it here for Pivotal Week 14. Things ought to get very interesting over the next 3 weeks, huh? Before we go, my prime-time players' game balls go out to a few gentlemen that are pushing their teams toward the playoffs. That'll do it, sports fans. I'm Chris Berman, and thanks so much for joining us here in the Bristol studios. We'll see you next week right here on ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports.